already studied before, starting from week 1 until week 4. So you already know about what is entrepreneurship, who are those people we call as entrepreneur and technopreneur, and then how to generate the business idea, what are the methods, what are the techniques, and then proceed on how to start the business. You need to register your business. You need to form your business and register under rules and regulations in Malaysia. Okay, so you need to remember our rules and regulations for business formation is under Business Registration Act 1956, Business Registration Act 1965. Okay, then we proceed with the activities, what you need to do. So the first thing is marketing. Okay, because you already have your product and service, you already produce or innovate some kinds of your technology or innovations, okay? So why not you commercialize the product and service to the marketplace? Especially in the marketplace, we can see a lot of people, okay? Because we already scanning the people, we already knew who are they, and they are our target market. So more or less, okay, basically you know that they are your customer or target market. But how to identify them? Macam mana kita nak kenal pasti mereka? Kalau kita sebut saja senang kan? Okay, if you just say, yes, it's very easy to say, okay, these are my target market, these are my customer. But frankly speaking, it's not as easy as you can say, okay, it's not an easy task. You need to know, you need to study, you need to observe, you need to do some analysis, okay? So let us take a look at the slide. Okay, I already uploaded the slide in the ULearn, okay? This is the one and this is the edited one, okay? I just do some changes in terms of the background pictures and then the background, and then put some interesting, I don't know, to be like an artistic, I don't know. I just want to change the layout of the slide PowerPoint. Okay, but the content still the same. Okay, so today marketing, 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 or in other words, in Malay we call it pemasaran. Okay, pemasaran start the root word from pasar. Okay, you need to pasarkan apa? Pasarkan produk lah. You need to market your product. So this is the scenario. Okay, this is scenario that you can imagine. Okay, or maybe you yourself already having this kind of situation, right? So many of young entrepreneurs are involved in online businesses. Okay, services, okay, or maybe you engage with some kind of mobile applications, software applications. What else? Anything that you can deliver as your business idea. Okay, so these entrepreneurs need to be creative, and you should be creative, okay, enough, because whatever it is, the ideas can become commercialize it and making money. Okay, and you also willing to take the risks. Okay, willing to take the risk in developing new ways of marketing, new products or new services to your target customers. So to be a good or successful entrepreneur, you must be creative in your marketing activities. Okay, so what are they? So when we call it marketing, apa tu marketing? Okay, marketing mentioned by Kotler, Professor Kotler in year 2019 from the Principle of Marketing textbook, Pearson textbook. It defines that marketing as the science and art of the exploring, creating, delivering the values. What means by values? Okay, I already used this value in my marketing class. Okay, I never mentioned about profit. Profit comes number 2, but the first thing would be value. So if you want to explore, if you want to create, you want to deliver the value, you must remember what is benefits that the customer will get from your product and service. Okay, and once you already think about it, definitely your profit, your money will come together. Okay, so why we need to explore, why we need to create, why we need to deliver the value, because it is because to satisfy, okay, to satisfy the customer needs and wants, because we know we are dealing with people. We are dealing with people, we are confronting with people, we are serving to people, we are selling the product and service to the people, not to animals, okay, not to robots, but human. So if you are dealing with human, you must know their needs. Okay, we have around 5 levels of needs according to Maslow hierarchy of needs. Okay, if you study in marketing class, we will introduce you with the theory of Maslow hierarchy of needs. With this pyramid I'm showing you right now. Okay, let me show you. This is the pyramid I already mentioned here. Okay, and normally the student need to hafal, need to remember this pyramid, because this is the core or the basic fundamental concept of needs. When you want to study about humans, you need to know what they want. Okay, so it starts with needs. So what are their needs? Okay, we have physiological needs, safety needs, social needs, esteem needs, self-actualization needs. Okay, ini dari segi terms dia, bila you start belajar, when you study the subject, of course you will study about the concept, you will study about the theories, you will study about the models, okay? And we will introduce you with this model of theory, okay? So physiological needs, people will feel hungry, hunger, thirst. Okay, these are some of the basic needs normally people will be having in their life. Okay, kalau kita bangun je, kita akan rasa lapar, and when we wake up, we feel thirsty, hungry. Okay, so this is the first need that you need to fulfill. Yeah, you kena fulfill first. Okay, so then we go to the security needs. Okay, kenapa kita duduk kat rumah? Because we want to be secure. We need a home. Okay, itu nanti kita cerita pasal wants. So we want to feel secure. Security, protection. So safety needs. The third need will be social needs. Okay, we need friends, family. Okay, so sense of belonging, love. Okay, and then we go to the next one, esteem. After you get all the 3 needs, you need more needs. Okay, more needs. For example, esteem needs. Okay, for example, like recognitions. Okay, people looking at you, recognitions, they recognize you, who are you? Okay, and that's why you need a job, status, you need a positions, right? And then the top rank in this pyramid is self-actualization needs, because whoever are you, who are you? Okay, who am I? Of course, the first rank that I want to be, I want to get in my life is my self-actualization need, which is my self-development, your reward, okay, realizations. This will be the first, the highest rank in theory of needs. Okay, so when they study, okay, when these researchers study, and when this Professor Maslow studied and did the research, why he produced or created this model, this theory, it is because from the observation, okay? And then, and this is a very nice pyramid that show or represent to us about human needs. So each of these level, you need to fulfill first, okay? For example, like physiological need, you fulfill. And then you go to the next level, safety needs, and then social needs, esteem need, and then so on until you achieve or reach to the self-actualization needs. So this is arranged in a hierarchy, okay? You cannot jumping from the needs level, okay? It is a hierarchy level, right? I don't want to share with, this is the slide from my marketing class, right? So here. So in this topic, basic knowledge about principle of marketing. So today you will learn just a little bit about marketing. No, not much. Okay, just I think 10% or maybe less than 10% of marketing. Okay, if you want to know more about marketing, maybe later you can go to any training workshops regarding marketing and social media activities. We have a lot of training and workshop regarding marketing, okay? But for today, for 2 hours, I can give you a basic knowledge around 10%, okay? For the students of high-tech marketing in our faculty, they learn for 8 semester, okay? For students BTEC, they learn for 8 semester, okay? They learn about business and they learn 1 semester for marketing class, okay? So, what can I give you with the 10%? So, just a fundamental concept about marketing, right? So, what you need to do in marketing. First, you need to understand your customer. If you go to the module, turn to page. If you have the module, please turn to page, okay, 21. Okay, chapter 4, understanding marketplace and customer needs and wants. I will open this one. Okay. Okay, page 21, chapter 4. You will see this one. Okay. So when we provided you this module, is actually teaching. We teach you from step 1 until step 4. Okay, these are the steps in marketing. If people asking you what is marketing, so you need to tell them about marketing process. Marketing involved with process. The word here is very important, process. Saya besarkan sikit supaya boleh nampak. Saya akan guna, so I will use both my module and of course the slide. Okay. So process. When we talk about process, of course, mesti ada step from step 1 until end of the step. So why we need to do the process? Because we want to exchange activity between the companies and customer. Okay, what are the exchange entity? The exchange entity is the products or service. Okay, and you are also delivering the values to your customer. In return, you will get profit and long-term relationship. Okay, so the process is where the companies produce and offer a product and service to the customer, and in return, you will gain profit. Okay, once your customer satisfied. Okay, so we have 4 basic marketing process, 4 steps in marketing process. Actually, in detail, you can go to page 61. Okay, you will see the mind mapping there, page 61. For those who already have the module, you can turn to page 61. These are the overall picture of our marketing process. Okay. You can see from step 1 until step 4 until you will reach and capture the values. Okay, the values including the benefits and also the shares. Okay, at the end we want to achieve customer equity. Profit ni besar maksudnya tau. Kalau kita, jangan you fikir, oh saya bila saya buka bisnes saya dapat profit. I want to gain profit. No, it's not only profit. The word profit is very huge. Okay, give a big meaning about profit. Jangan ingat profit RM ringgit Malaysia. Tak semestinya. Okay, tak semestinya. Selain daripada RM, kita boleh dapat share. Percentage of shares dekat bursa saham Malaysia tu. Itu pun kita kira kata profit. Kita punya asset. Asset. Okay. Capital pun untuk rolling balik kita punya modal. Okay. Itu yang kita perlukan. So, and then what else? Customer equity. You nampak dalam website ataupun yang dapat awards, 100 awards, SME 100 awards, yang dapat top rank, top 10 Malaysia SME 100 awards tu, dia berdasarkan apa? Customer equity. Okay, so jangan fikir hanya untuk RM saja. Don't just think about RM ringgit Malaysia only, because we want to gain more than profit. We want to gain values. Okay. So first step is understanding marketplace and customer needs and wants. Second step is designing the strategy. Third step is constructing the marketing program, or in other words we call it marketing mix. And step 4, managing marketing activities. Okay. Sebab tu kalau you tengok dalam slide ni, sama saja. And when you glance or you just scroll down the slide, you akan nampak kita start dengan needs. Okay. Sama je. Dia takkan lari punya. Sebab marketing ni is a fundamental of principles concept. Tak boleh lari. Macam mana berubah pun setiap tahun, setiap era. Okay. Kita start, saya ada buku Philip Kotler since 1998. Saya ada first textbook daripada Kotler, Profesor Kotler. Sampai sekarang saya masih simpan kat rumah masa saya buat diploma. Sampai sekarang dia revise balik textbook dia. Okay, 2019. Paling latest saya ada textbook Principle of Marketing, 18 edition. Apa? Tapi masih lagi sama fundamental konsep, fundamental theory masih lagi sama, cuma cases berbeza, example berbeza, senario berbeza. Dahulu kita tak ada online, tak ada digital marketing, sekarang dah ada online marketing, digital marketing. Kita ada SEO. Dulu tak ada SEO. Apa tu SEO? Kena belajar marketing. Okay, itu semua berkaitan dengan marketing. Right? Alright. And then saya pergi pada modul sebab modul lebih structured. If I will just refer to the module because it's very structured. Okay. So there are 4 steps in marketing process. Okay. So the first one would be understanding your customer needs and wants. Jangan minta saya copy of this one. I won't give you soft copy for this one. If you want, you need to buy it. Okay, because this is where we sell it to the students, for the UTM students. Okay. So if you want to get the copy, ada juga student minta fotokopi. Kan? 20 ringgit fotokopi. Kalau saya pick up dengan saya dekat UTM pun 15 ringgit je saya charge. Okay, saya lupa nak cakap. Kalau saya pick up 15 ringgit, kalau postage, including postage 20 ringgit. So kenapa nak sampai nak beli fotokopi. So it's up to you lah, tepuk dada tanya selera, it's up to you. But to me, if I manage or if I'm able to buy the books, yes, I will buy it. Why not? It's only 20 ringgit, 15 ringgit. Okay. So, what is market or marketplace? How to differentiate between market and marketplace? Okay, you will get familiar with this word, market, marketplace. Okay. Market, okay, it is known as physical place lah. Kalau kita nampak kat luar tu, orang buka table, they are selling the nasi lemak there. Okay, you will see the condiments like sambal, timun, egg, okay, so on and so forth. Ada ikan bilis, so you can see a lot of condiments and they open it and the table with the payung, with the umbrella, big umbrella. This is the physical place we can see they are selling the nasi lemak. Okay, to whom? Takkanlah dengan hantu. Kan, mestilah ada customer. Betul tak? You all tidur ke? You all tidur?
Betul.
Tidur ke? You are not sleeping, right? Please.
Tak
Sleeping.
tidur.
Tak tidur tolonglah jangan tidur. Okay, so physical place that the person or buyers or consumer or customer make a purchase. So kalau you nak buat duit, nak cari sales, mesti kena ada market. Itu je basic concept dia. Kalau you nak cari sales, tak ada market, buat apa? Buang masa. You are wasting your time if you do not have any market. And you do not know where is my market. So you are wasting your time. You must understand your market and marketplace. Even Makcik Tima, Mak Salma who are selling the nasi lemak, dia tahu market dia kat mana. Kenapa dia buka dekat tepi traffic light, dekat jalan raya tu? Dia tahu. Kalau you nampak, if you can see that nowadays, okay, after PKP 2. I think PKP 2.0, okay, there are coming or more peoples opening the table, opening the kiosk, okay, opening the warung, tepi-tepi jalan, right? So why? Because they know there is a market. Okay, and now people just drive through, and buy and go, drive through concept, buy and go. And then one more thing, the best thing why they are putting this physical business, okay, near to the dekat jalan raya kan. Sebab apa? MBMB bagi license. Okay, they give the permissions. So they take this opportunity. Okay, so even Makcik Salma, Mak Salma pun tahu market dia. And then they open, biasanya kalau you nampak orang buka dekat petrol station. Why? Sebab orang pergi keluar, masuk, keluar, masuk, keluar, masuk. Come and go, come and go. So if you want to see the best marketplace, the best market, people yang masuk, keluar, masuk, keluar. Jangan you pergi dekat taman tak ada orang masuk jarang keluar. Taman pun you kena tengok which location lah. Okay, kalau yang macam dekat area Bukit Katil tu, okay, tak ada masalah. Kalau macam kat saya, kawasan Taman Permatang Pasir Alai tu, kuranglah sikit dia punya demand. Orang masuk jarang. Okay, dia lebih kepada rural area, kawasan kampung. Okay. Tapi kalau you ada best, for example like coconut shake, you have specialty with special recipe. Orang akan pergi jauh macam mana pun, people will search for your foods. Okay. Like ikan bakar, so people will go there to have a nice ikan bakar, even though it's very far, quite far from the city. Okay. So the market must exist, okay? Exist, mesti wujud, bukan dekat planet Pluto. Okay, bukan dekat planet Venus. Jangan nak mimpi lah saya nak buka bisnes kat planet Pluto, planet Venus. It must be exist. Okay? Offer goods and services to buyers and potential buyers. So this is what we call market or marketplace. Misalnya you nak pitch nanti masa nak dapatkan loan daripada SME Corp, you nak buat pitching masa nak dapat loan ataupun grant daripada SME banks. Inilah masanya you gunakan knowledge yang you ada. Bila orang tanya apa tu marketplace, you boleh terangkan. Okay, tak adalah krik-krik. When people asking you, do not know. You just know about mechanical parts. Okay, saya hanya tahu tentang mesin. Tak boleh lah, kita kena well-versed. It must be well-versed multitasking. Okay, customer. Who are they? Customer people lah, humans. Okay, so these human have needs and wants. So what would be the two differences between needs and wants? Apa bezanya? Macam sama saja? Tak. Kalau saya tanya student Melayu saya kata, sama je madam. Kalau student Melayu saya, keperluan dan kemauan apa beza dia? Sama je. Tak, sama. Kataan pun dah lain. Keperluan, kemauan. Needs and wants. Okay? So needs, keperluan. Wants, kemahuan. Okay? So needs basic necessity in life. Basic necessity in life. Basic needs lah, paling senang cakap. Saya rasa lapar, saya nak makan. Okay, I feel hungry, I want to eat. That is need. I feel thirsty, I want to drink. That is basic need. Okay, I feel cold, I need a clothes. So that is basic needs. Okay, and once I feel hungry, I want to eat. I need a food. What type of food that I want to eat? So you are thinking, what type of food? Type of food means that you have several options of foods. Kan? So daripada basic needs tu influenced by environment, such as society, cultural, social, personality. So contohnya awak orang Melayu, you are Malays, and then what Malay people love to eat for breakfast? Nasi lemak, roti canai, lontong, soto, kan? Betul tak? Betul tak orang
Nasi
Melayu?
goreng.
Nasi goreng, lagi apa lagi? Kuih muih, mi goreng, lagi? What? How about Chinese students? Kuih muih. How about Chinese? Do you have any preference? Soup, chakui. What for Chinese students? What do you have for your breakfast? Noodles, porridge. Huh? Bak kut teh? I don't know.
Lunch biasanya.
Oh, bak kut teh lunch. Okay, Alvin. So for breakfast, what do you have for breakfast?
Roti bakar.
Roti kawi.
Wow, okay.
Char kway teow.
Nice. Char kway teow. Okay, nice. Char kway teow. How about Indian? What do you have for your breakfast? Chapati? Naan? Curry? Who is my any students from any Indian student in my class? Ada tak? Tak ada eh. Oh, you just keep quiet. I will look for my Indian students, if any Indian student in my class. Pavitran.
Yeah, usually tosai chapati like that, doctor.
Tosai chapati like that. So that is once. So you have several options in your life for the food. Okay. So we start from these needs once, and then you will create demand. People will create demand. For example, right now, we are having this coronavirus with us. Okay, we need to stay, we need to live with coronavirus, right? So what we need to do? Okay, we want to go to the Maslow hierarchy of needs. Okay, look at level number 2. Okay, level number 2. Here, safety. Safety. So instead of you are staying in the house, okay, what else you need to protect yourself? If you go out, you need to wear face masks, right? So you are thinking to protect yourself from coronavirus. So when we go to the next one would be once. You want once. Okay, I need this to protect myself from the virus. And what will be the things or products that I needed? Okay, for example, like face masks. Yeah, I will take my face mask. Okay, face masks. For example, we have several types of face masks, several design of face masks. Okay, I'm showing you examples right now because I want you to make sure that you understand the fundamental concept of marketing. Right here, this is the normal face mask that we already have in the market. Okay, this one, and to protect you from the coronavirus, right? Coronavirus. So one is not 100%. We can say that it will protect you from coronavirus, but to reduce the risk, okay, of the infections, to reduce the risk of infections, right? So one of the thing that you need to put to yourself is the face mask. And then not only that, you also need a sanitizer. Okay. So we have so many gadgets to protect ourselves. Just to protect ourselves. Okay, what else? Not only that, if you are staying in a room, you are staying in the house, you need to have this. but with this disinfectant spray. Okay, we have this, we have sanitizer, we have face masks, right? So these are ones. Okay, and the producer, the manufacturer produce a lot of things, and they are market a lot of things. This is Safeguard brand, Family Guard brand. You can see Johnson from Johnson Family Company. You have Dettol, a very familiar, famous brand in the market. Okay, and you have this, I do not know what is the brand. I just bought it from the store. Okay, and then, you know, woman is quite complicated, okay, including me. So instead of this, for example, like Malay girl, we are wearing tudung, we are wearing scarf, okay, it's very difficult for us if we are using this type of face mask. Okay, you need to take off the tudung and then ataupun selit sikit, and then you need to wear it. So it's kind of hanky-panky or tedious way to wear the face mask. Instead of that, the manufacturer or the seller, okay, they produce this one. Okay, extender. Okay, for those user or consumer who want to wear the same face mask, okay, just using it like this, it will cover like that. Unfortunately, this one is already, I don't know where is the clip. I lost it, okay. But this is the one that can help me to just use it straight away. And then once I lose up the things, it will just slip like this, okay, and it will keep the face mask, right? And then what else? We have this type of head loop face mask, okay, for ladies who are wearing tudung. See, with all this kind of design patterns to make, even though we are having coronavirus with us for about 2 years, we still need to look pretty, right? So this is wants. So when people want, they will create demand. So this is only one particular needs, protection. But a lot of products can be invented, can be produced, can be innovated. Nampak tak konsepnya? Faham tak? Faham ke tak? Hello, guys.
Faham.
So you kena faham lah kat mana nak startnya. Jangan fikir saya nak buat, yalah, bagus juga business idea yang lain-lain you all bagi kat saya tu kan, is good actually, is some of them are extraordinary good, okay. Tapi make sure that you have the demand. Kena ada demand. Kalau tak ada demand, macam mana nak jual? Orang tak minta. People are not asking for that things, but why you want to produce it? Why you want to sell it in the marketplace? And then you need to compete with other competitors. So it's very difficult, right? So then we proceed to the next page. Turn to page. Go to the next page. Okay, kita pergi kepada second step and marketing strategy. Okay, bila pergi marketing strategy, oh ada yang cakap tosir tosir. Saya biasa juga makan tosir. Okay. So sekarang kita nak pergi kepada marketing strategy. Okay, this is very important. Kat slide pun ada sama juga. Saya tak tipu. Saya tak ajar dua daripada slide saya ajar sama slide. Kita dah pergi kat sini. Okay, demand dah habis dah, marketplace dah habis. Okay, target market sekarang ni. Kita nak masuk. Sebab tadi kita tahu, we know that market is very big. Okay, for example like Melaka. Melaka, takkanlah semua tempat you nak pergi, nak jual produk you kan. It must be specifically, you must be specified. Ataupun kena ada target market. Okay, like for example like positioning, okay, strategy. So positioning refers to how customer perceive a brand or company and its offerings as compared to other companies offering, right? So here we have market categories. Kat luar sana, dalam konsep yang you belajar, kita nampak kat luar sana tempat, okay, location. Tapi di luar kita pada marketer, pada businessman, pada entrepreneur, dia adalah market. Okay, for example, human being is also market. Government is also market. NGO also market. Business entity is also market. So, human being, kita tengok dari segi karakteristik dia adalah we have a few profile lah, kita panggil profiles. Geographic, demographic, psychographic, behavioral. Geographic is the location. Okay, kita nak jumpa manusia kat mana, kita tengok kat tempat dia menetap. Demographic is about demographic profile lah. Okay, the respondent profile. Ataupun orang, human ataupun people profile. For example, like age, income level, gender, what else? Income level, educational level. So these are some of examples for demographic. Psychographic is, for example, like attitudes, personality. Okay, attitude, personality. Behavior is like what we call it, the responses, the reaction. So this is behavior. Okay. So government, ada local government, you have state government, you have federal government. NGOs, we have those people, environment, okay, NGOs, social NGOs, cultural NGOs, business entity or organizations, right? Such as a manufacturer, wholesaler, agent, dropshipper, dealer, retailer, wholesaler, those are business entities. So these are market categories that we can see out there, right? So how to divide this market? Okay, this market, divide this market. Okay, this market is huge, right? This market is quite huge. So we need to divide them into smaller segments. Okay, for example, like human being, we need to divide that into smaller segments. For example, like geographic, demographic, psychographic, behavior. Government is a very huge market, and then we need to divide that into smaller segments such as local government, state government, federal government. Okay, this is an example, right? So this is the market segmentation. You are dividing the market into smaller segments. Okay, you are dividing the market into smaller segments. If you look at here, this is for consumer or human being market. When you segmented the market, it becomes geographic segmentation, demographic segmentation, psychographic segmentation. It's similar with this one. If you go to the module page, okay, page 25, you will see more explanation, okay, where we teach you from step 1. So how to do segmentation in the consumer market, we teach you. So you need to divide the segment into geographic, demographic, psychographic, and behavior. So we give you the examples here on how to divide the consumer market. Okay, so divide the market into district, residency, division, city, state, region, country, climates. If let's say you want to do the exercise, turn to page exercise chapter 8 in class activity, chapter 8, 43, okay? Go to page 43, you will see this table. We start with this table, market categories, right? And where is it? Let me see. I put this. Wait for a while, okay? Tunggu kejap. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Where is it? Attendance samples. Sekejap I put it somewhere. Not here. Yes, I put it here. Yes, correct. Okay, this one. This is the examples of how the students do the exercises. Okay, this is like the answer scheme. For example, the first exercise, page 43. If you want to try, you can try now. Okay, right. So identify your market categories. For example, you go for the human being or consumer. Or consumer lah. Consumer. Okay, consumer market. So divide into geography, demography, psychography. So you need to tick which potential market that you want to serve. Okay, so you look at your business ideas. Okay, you know what is my business ideas and what type of product that I have or what kind of services that I want to offer to the customer. So which market could be a potential market? So as you discuss among your colleagues, among your friends, among your partners, you decided that I want to enter to consumer market. So you take potential market here. And then you complete the theory of hierarchy, theory of Maslow hierarchy of needs, okay? So you complete all these exercise and then you identify your customer needs and wants. And then in here is you start to do the segmentations, okay? You have the product with you. For example, like you are selling a scalp for tudung, okay? And my market categories is under consumer market, okay? So how I do my segmentation, how I dividing my market into smaller segments. So from consumer market, I divide it into these segments. Geographical segmentation, demographical segmentation, psychographic segmentation. So this is the details of each segment. Okay. For example, geography. You need to identify which district that you want to focus. District Melaka Tengah. Which city that you want to focus. City Air Keroh. Which states that you want to focus. In Melaka, it's not in Johor, it's not in Kuala Lumpur, it's not in Pahang, it's not in Kelantan, okay, Terengganu, but it's in Melaka. So, which country? Malaysia, bukan Zimbabwe, bukan Thailand. So, it's country in Malaysia. Demographic means the profiles of the consumer, right? Each adult, gender, female or male, race, Malay, occupation, students, retail staff, factory workers, okay? Income 500 to 5,000 ringgit Malaysian. So you need to details out for each of these segments. Under psychographic, okay, look at the status, okay, or maybe you can put other than that personality. Okay, boleh letak lagi personality. It's up to you. Personality. This one. Okay. Personality. For example, like hijabista, friendly, funky. Okay, this is the personality. Okay, so and then you complete the segmentation. Okay, once you already know your market and segmented the market, means that you divide the market into smaller segments. Okay, this is what we call market segmentation. The next step is you need to identify your target market. Where we can identify our target market? From the segmentation. From the segmentation. Okay, so let's say we go back again to this one. We already knew this is an example here for business market. I just go for the consumer market only, right? So target market, how to determine the target market? Okay, target market is choose based on higher sales and profit that is expected to produce compared with other market segments. So you look at other segmentations, okay, which one will give you higher sales or profits. Okay, for example, like if you do exercise, Okay, for example, like you are looking at the demographic part. Okay, demographic part. So you state that the target market is students. Okay, lecturer, workers, or public person. And the location, you look at the second part, geographic. So the students stay at College Kediaman Seri Utama. Lecturers stay at, normally they are working at campus Bandar campus. Okay, we do not have campus Bandar now. We already moved out, and that means that we are in campus technology. Okay, and campus Indo. Okay, so workers surrounds our surroundings, our neighborhood. Who are they? Those people who are working in the factories, Konica Minolta, right? So here, workers, factory workers, okay, industrial workers, Taman Tasik Utama, and those people who are staying or working at Bandaraya, Bandar Melaka, or Aikro. Okay, so these are target market. Then we teach you how to calculate the market size. Okay. After you identify the target market, once the target market is determined, okay, once you already determine the target market, ini yang you kena masuk dalam business plan saya nak tunjuk you all business plan. Saya cakap ni sebenarnya, when I explain it to you, it is actually referring to your assignment. Okay. That's why I'm not using this slide, because I prefer to use the module, because the module is where you can do the assignment. Okay. Sekejap banyak file, banyak benda nak kena buka. Kalau saya mengajar senang je kat dalam kelas. Saya bawa je, tapi bila online ni, you need to open this file, that file, you know, it becomes tedious way. Which one? I'm looking for the file actually. Yes, this file. Okay, not this semester, last semester one. Yes, okay. I want to show you the test sample. Sample of business plan. Biasa student akan minta, Madam, can you give me the sample please? Madam, can you give me the sample please? That's normal. Student always trying to be polite. I want to use the word polite. Polite to their lecture so that they will get the template. Okay. So you can see that in here. Stepping here. Nampak tak? Marketing plan 6.0. Okay. Target market. So see? See? Market size. Competition. And then you will talk a lot the strategies, the 4 P's here. Semua ada dalam modul. Budget, semua ada. Okay. Cuma kat sini student saya letak sales forecastnya di sini. Okay. Sales forecast di sini. Letak sales forecast. Sales forecast ni. Sekejap, mana sales forecast ni, tak jumpa pula tiba-tiba. We have sales forecast. Or another, I think another one. We should put the sales forecast. Let me check again. Any, saya tengok lagi. Banyak sangat report. We have a lot of report here. These are those students from engineering student, you know. This last semester punya report. Okay. Okay, remuneration plan. They need to put the sales forecast. Yeah. Satu sales forecast. Satu sales forecast. Not in this one. Nanti saya check, tapi ada sales forecast lah. Macam ni. Examples dia. Yang lain tu sama, but this one sales forecast. Yes. You also need to provide sales forecast. At the end of it, in your marketing part, you need to put the sales forecast. Okay. For 3 years. Okay. So, get back to the module. Okay. How to calculate the sales, what is sales forecast, how to do the sales forecast, the expected sales, okay, that you will get from the selected target market. Means that you already identify the market, you already segmented the market, okay, divide the market into smaller segment, and then you also identify your target market, and then the fourth one is you need to do the sales forecast, because to calculate the sales, okay, you want to estimate the sales, you must select from the target market. It's not just simply choose any customer. You must select from the target market to calculate your sales. Okay, so normally it quoted in units or sales in Ringgit Malaysia for a period of time. For example, like 1 month, 12 months means 1 year, 1 year up to 3 years, 5 years. Okay, so sales forecast is help the company to estimate business, income, and resources for that year. It is done at the beginning of every new business year. So that's why it's very important for you to calculate, to estimate the sales forecast. Okay, because this is where we understand, where we know that your business is viable or not. Make money, make income, make profit or not. So, what are the steps to prepare sales forecast? Okay, how to prepare the sales forecast? Step 1, you calculate the market size. Okay, this is how to calculate the market size. Okay, example that we gave it to you is PD wash laundry. Okay, you need to identify the number of population. For example, number of population in that location is around 30,000. Okay, 30,000 people who are staying in that place, and you will take around 10% of people who will be using the laundry service. So 10% you multiply with 30,000, you will get around, estimation around 3,000 people who will use your laundry service. And then how many times that the people will use? One person will use how many times? You stick or you fix it into 4 times per month. 1 bulan 4 kali dia akan pergi cuci baju dekat laundry you. Okay, so 1 person will use 4 times of your laundry service. So 10 ringgit, because at one time they go there, do the laundry service, they will charge for 10 ringgit, including drying the clothes. Okay, dryer, washing machine, you wash the clothes, you dry the clothes, and then it will cost around 10 ringgit. Okay, average 10 ringgit. So you will multiply with 4, you will get 40 ringgit Malaysia per month for one particular person who use your laundry service. And how much is your market size per month? Okay, how to calculate this? 40 ringgit, because one particular person who use your laundry service, 40 ringgit. They will spend around 40 ringgit Malaysia per month. Okay, you multiply times with 3,000 people. Number of population, you take around 10% of them, so 3,000. Okay, per month. You multiply together, you will get around 120,000 ringgit Malaysia per month. Okay, how about per year? So 120,000 in ringgit Malaysia per month, you multiply with 12 months because we want to estimate per year. So you will get around approximately 1,440,000 ringgit Malaysia for your market size. This is not profit, market size. The student dia misunderstanding, dia ingat, oh, I will get 1,440,000 ringgit Malaysia. No, it is only market size, sayang. Okay, it's not profit. Okay, so 1,440,000. Tak kisahlah, nanti later Alvin, if you want to try, you want to calculate for your father's business pun, you boleh guna macam ni. Maybe your father much more expert than me, tak tahulah. Tapi a little bit that you have some knowledge, oh macam ni nak kira market size. Okay. And then after you calculate the market size, okay. What is market size? Okay, ni kenapa kena determine market size? Nak kena tahu juga kenapa? Why? What are the reason we need to determine our market size? Because the total potential purchase that is expected from the target market. Because we want to calculate what will be the total potential purchase. How much that the people, the customer, the target market can purchase, okay, can spend their money to our service, okay. So you will calculate it, and including purchases of the competitor product and service within the same market, So you already total up everything, and you will get approximately around this number for your market size, okay. Right. Then we need to get the details or information about our competitor. Okay, who are they? Siapa? Takkanlah awak seorang bisnes, mesti ramai lagi orang yang buat bisnes. So who are they? The competitors. So you must do competitor analysis. Because why? Because you must monitor them based on 3 variables. Okay, 3 variables. Ada page 27 3 variables. Okay. Which is share of market, ada typo kat sini, share of market, share of mind, share of here. This is how we monitor our competitor. And we analyze our competitor based on 3 variables. Share of market, because we are sharing the market, the same market. Share of mind, we are sharing the same business idea. Share of here, we also hear from some comment, some complaint, same, similar, good feedback, bad feedbacks, okay? Share of heart, as share of here. So these are 3 variables, okay, to do your competitor analysis. So this is example, okay, because we are doing the laundry service. So how to do competitor analysis? Ini you kena masuk juga dalam marketing plan, marketing parts dalam business plan. Okay, so you need to identify minimum 3 competitors. For the report, if I'm not mistaken, it's also minimum 3 competitors that you need to identify, the close competitors, right? So the example here is the close competitors of laundry service, okay? So you need to name it. Okay, first one is Dobi Maju, one-stop washer, clean and go, okay? And the address, you need to put the address, what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses, and then you also are encouraging to do the customer rating competitor on key success factor. This table is the standard format to rate your competitor based on their success factor. For example, like Dobi Maju, one-stop washer, clean and go. So you rating their key success factor based on customer awareness, based on product quality, based on product availability, based on technical assistance, based on the cleanliness. So there are 5 criteria that you measure their key success factor. So E stand for excellent, G stand for good, F stand for fair, P stand for poor. So for example, like Dobi Maju, you have excellent awareness, you have excellent quality, but poor in product availability, but poor in technical assistance, but good in cleanliness. Compared to one-stop washer, you are good in awareness, customer awareness, good in product quality, excellent in product availability, good in technical assistance, and excellent in cleanliness. Clean and go, fair. In customer awareness, product quality, poor, product availability, good, technical assistance, fair, cleanliness, fair. So among these 3 competitors, the best one will be one-stop washing. Okay, this is how we do the rating, customer rating competitor based on key success factor. Okay, you will have the exercise, the similar exercise on page exercise 5.4 on page, if you go to the exercises, page 40, 46, 46, oh sorry, 47, 47, okay, 47. 46 to calculate the market share. Sorry, market size. Mana saya tunjuk? So this is example done by my students, okay? Sebab dia jual scarf, so dia identify market size ni macam ni. So dalam produk ni you can also state more than one product. Tadi saya tunjuk laundry service, satu service saja. But for example like you are selling product, okay? Kalau produk dia food product for example, food product, so you ataupun this kind of things is like produk apa scarf, scarf. So they have 3 different type of scarf. Okay, bawal scarf, shawl, pashmina. So you can state more than one product in here. So you put the location and you calculate each of the market size per month and calculate market size per year. Okay. Kalau you tengok, if you take a look, different product will contribute different market size. Okay, for example, like bawah scarf, it will contribute 1,800 market size per month. The equivalent that will bring to 21,600 ringgit Malaysia per year. For shawl, approximately around 1,000 market size per month, but per year around 12,000 ringgit Malaysia. For pashima, is around 360 ringgit per month, approximately 4,320 ringgit per year. So compared to these 3 products, okay, which one is the highest market size would be bawah scarf. Okay, bawah scarf. So you total up everything, you will get this total market size for your product for 1 month and for 1 year. Okay. So with this figure, you need to bring this figure after you do your competitor analysis. Wait, sebab apa kena ada competitor analysis? Sebab next exercise ataupun next thing that you need to do is calculate market share. After calculating market size, you need to calculate market share. Okay. You need to have the figure from market size per month. So from here, you bring the figure to here, because you want to estimate your market share right now. And to calculate, to estimate your market share, you must have competitors detail. Sebab tu kita kena buat competitor analysis dulu. Okay, baru kita boleh estimate market share. You cannot jumping to the market share without having these details of your competitors. Alright? So, sorry I cannot cut off or asking you questions right now because saya tengah kejar masa. Okay, so that's why I said today's lecture is very comprehensive. Kena cepat, within 2 hours. Alright? So, you have 3. For example, like here, the students state that they have 3 competitors who are also selling scarf, okay, and also competing in the same market. Okay, for example, like Jelita Sarah, Zan Rias, I Am Perempuan. Okay, so they stated the details of competitors and they start to calculate to estimate the market share. Okay, this is before entering the market. Before you enter the market, the company, your organization enter the market. This is estimation based on the competitors only. So the highest one will get 40%. So you estimate around 40%, they will capture the market share. Okay, 40% you multiply with your market size per month. Okay, and you will get around 1,264 ringgit. Okay, before your entry. How about Zanrias? Zanrias 50%. Okay, 3,160, you will get 1,580. I Am Perempuan will get around 10%, okay, around 316 ringgit. So total you will get back your market size figure. and it must be 100% unit of market shares. Okay. And what happened after you enter the market? So what will happen if you enter the market? So you put estimation 10%. You can capture around 10% because you are still new. You are still, you are freshy. You are still new business, newcomers. So you need to put the lowest estimation of market share, okay, 10%. And then you need to deduct the rest, okay, ataupun remain lah. So you, bila kata-kata estimation ni, you buat anggaran anggaran. So for Jelita Sarah, around 30% compared to 40% before. Zanrias, around 40%, it reduced 10% lah, before 50%. I am perempuan, remain, reduce also 10%, okay. Is from 10%, maybe dia akan naik sikit lah, plus minus 20%. So bila you masuk, dia akan naik sikit. You can play around with the estimation numbers, okay. Don't worry too much. Still, you multiply all these unit market share in percentage with your market size per month. You will get unit market share after entry, and the total still 3,160 ringgit. Okay, the market size. So this is how to estimate the market share. With the estimation of market share, you can estimate the sales. Okay, estimate the sale for each of your product. Okay, this is the number of, for example, like 1,580 ni, okay, around that 105,080 that you can contribute lah. Okay, so you just estimate 1,580 for your product of bawah scarf, so 50%. This one 950, this one 630, so you will get 360 again, okay, for your estimated sales. Ini semua figures yang di-estimate ataupun anggaran, di forecast. Right? So from the estimation of sales, you need to calculate each day. How much do you get for sales for each day? This is for 30 days. Right? So you calculate. Ada juga soalan daripada student saya, dia kata, Madam, can be the figures or the amount can be the same for the whole days, for the whole, for example, for the whole 30 days, it's up to you. Okay, sometimes the product based on the seasonal period, mengikut musim. Okay, seasonal period, hari raya, tahun baru Cina, Diwali, Christmas. Okay, it depends on your product. Like for example, like scarf, dia tak ada kena-mengena pun seasonal lah. Ataupun mungkin hari raya dia affected sedikit. Okay, so it depends. You play around with the figures, but the best thing is just you want to make sure that you understand how to calculate it. Okay, how to calculate. But all the calculation is based on the estimation only, right? Okay, so you focus. For example, like my students stated here is each of the figure is the same throughout the 30 days, okay? So ni I dapat 1,500, 950, 630. Dapatlah balik dia punya market size masa bulan pertama. Sama tak 360? Mesti sama dengan yang market size yang dikira tadi. Okay. 300, 160. And this is for 30 days. And this is for 1 year. Starting from January till December. Okay. And then this is for second year. Okay. You will see that it will increase. Okay. From 360, 370, 3,792, 3,160 to 3,792, and then third year it becomes 9,180. So to make your business viable, to make your business interesting, so that the investor can invest to your business, okay, you must make sure that the sale forecast increase for each year. Increase on each year. Okay, kena increase. Kalau decrease, maksudnya ada something wrong somewhere, means that the business is not viable. Means viable ni maksudnya tak ada keuntungan lah. Not give any profit at all. Sales pun menurun, Maksudnya bila sales menurun, profit turun lah. So if you want to show the people, show the investor, show the funder, you must show the good things, the best thing, the positive side. So you must show the increase, okay, the increase of your sales for each year, right? So, and then this is the summarization for the 3 years period of your sales forecast, where you take up the figures, okay, 1,500 from the first year, second year 1,896, okay, third year, and you total up everything, you will get around 16,052 ringgit 80 cents. It means that this figure makes sense lah. It does make sense at all. Memang make sense. Okay, kalau kita tengok, sebab shawl ni bukannya setiap hari orang nak pakai kan. Okay. And then that's it. And then you need to list the product that you have offered. Okay, for example, what will be the strengths of your product for each of your product? What will be the market opportunities? Okay, you identify that. And you also need to think about the product development. Okay, for example, your product, what will be the ideas to improve on your product development? Okay, quality, packaging. So in terms of durability, these are the standard template that we give it to you if you want to strategize on the product development aspect. Okay, and how to differentiate your strategy aspect with the competitive product, we give you. Okay, you need to identify what are the differences, what are the uniqueness your product compared to competitors. So you need to list out. So it's much easier. We can see that this marketing part is very structured. When investors see your marketing part in the business plan, it completed with structured way of showing your marketing activities. Itu yang sebenarnya. Okay, a list of pricing, you put the list of price for each unit, and what are the promotion strategy that you want to use. For example, advertising, you are using magazine, newspaper, social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Right now, for your business plan, you also need to create your Instagram, a business for Instagram as your social media platform. Okay, message, you are using WhatsApp, e-commerce platform, you are using Shopee or Lazada, sales promotion, membership or point card. You also appointed personal seller. Okay, so and how to calculate your budget. Okay, because you are paying the salary for the marketing people, for the workers. So these are number of position in marketing department: manager, delivery person, packaging, marketing, sales and promotion, and you will estimate around 5 staff. Okay, for a starting point of your business. And what will be your employees' remunerations regarding your salaries? Okay, worker salaries. So for example, like manager, your salary is 1,000. Kenapa sikit sangat? Why is so? Because you are SMEs in a small medium enterprise. Okay, you start with enterprise, sole proprietorship. Okay, and then you need to hire a few people. Okay, so takkanlah nak bayar gaji dengan mahal. So we start with 1,000. Maybe the manager is also your siblings. Okay, maybe your manager is also your good friends. So kita bayarlah 1,000. Okay, delivery person, you hire 2 person sebab dia akan pergi buat COD, dia yang akan buat, COD is stand for cash on delivery, COD ataupun buat postage ataupun pergi hantar ke post office. Okay, so you will hire them 2 people, you give 500 ringgit. Okay, approximately. Okay, ni semua estimation saja. Packaging, okay, you need people to do the packaging part. Okay, you hire only 1, jangan sampai 10 orang. Okay, hanya jual scarf, you hire sampai 10 orang. Tak make sense, okay. Seorang pun dah cukup. So you pay for around 500 ringgit. Marketing, sales and promotion ini dealing with ordering, dealing with purchasing. Okay, you hire seorang aja. Okay, 700 ringgit. Ini biasanya family members lah. Yang for a start point. Okay, for starting point, around 2,700 make sense. Tak boleh banyak-banyak sangat. Kalau tak melingkup bisnes awak. Ada student saya buat sampai berpuluh-puluh ribu dia punya employees remuneration. Dah kenapa? You ingat apa? You corporation ke? Private limited company ke? So, bila you buat business plan tu, jangan terlampau ambitious sangat lah Must make sure that whatever you put in the marketing part for your business plan, it does make sense. Okay, kalau tak make sense, tak payahlah buat. Macam kelakar pula jadinya. Okay, ini contoh student saya punya report. Alright, this is example of my student report. Okay, do you have any questions? I stop until this part. Okay, you can take a look at the module here. Okay. Here we have a lot of exercises. You need to try it. As this exercise is very good, it's very comprehensive. And for those who already bought it, thank you so much for your support. Okay, for your support to us. And hopefully that for those students who already bought this module, you can try to start, okay, with your marketing part here. Okay, start with marketing part. Contoh macam student saya buat ni. Okay, dah start workout. For those student who are assigning to do the marketing plan 6.0, okay, you dah boleh buat dah. Berdasarkan kepada latihan modul ni, template. We have template in this module. So you just copy and do it and prepare for the marketing part. Okay, and then you combine together with other part, for example, like operational, okay, operational plan, financial, okay. So this is one way to help you to complete your report. So any comments? Any questions regarding your topic, marketing, and anything? You can ask me right now.
Doctor.
Yes, who is this?
Yeah, I'm Kwang. So I have a question regarding on the module itself. So
Yeah.
I'm still quite confused. Is it compulsory for us to buy the module?
Compulsory, we are encouraging the students, okay? At first, of course, those students who are taking BTMW, especially for my students, okay, you should have this. I don't like to use compulsory. It sounds very harsh, okay? And the student doesn't like it. Compulsory nanti pening kepala. Even though 20 ringgit, 15 ringgit. Saya pun faham. Bila kita guna compulsory, nanti student rasa, oh, you are what we need, you are stick to that rules, okay, compulsory. So I don't want to use that compulsory. But it's the best for all of you to have these books as a guideline to do the exercises. Doing the exercises will make you better. Doing the exercises will make you more competent. Okay. For example, like people who are doing the business, you need to do the practical part. Okay. If you want to do the business, you must do it. Okay. For example, like financial people, you must know how to do the accounting. For marketing people, not only do the marketing activities, but you also need to calculate the sales forecast. This is why I teach my students, especially for those students who are taking my marketing class, they must know how to calculate, how to estimate the sales. Sebab number one in marketing, you must know how to calculate the sales. Because from sales, you will estimate, you will calculate your profit. Itu saja. Okay?